What's going on, champs and champettes? It's SpiderMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video we have to talk about the hotfix update that came out last night that actually ended up fixing a few bugs that people are having with the newest Fortnite season. The first one was something I never actually reported on this channel, but it was something a lot of people are annoyed with, and it's whenever you went to open your emote tab, instead of seeing locker emotes right here, it would put you all the way over to the emote category, even though you have favorites, traversal, you have yourselves the jam tracks and all that type of stuff. It would put you right here on page 1 of your actual emote category, meaning you had to individually select over to your locker emotes just to see what you had equipped if you wanted to use any one of these. But now, as you can see by the video, whenever I actually open up the emote tab, it brings up locker emotes first, meaning I no longer have to get confused on why whenever I go to my emotes, the first thing I see is the exclamation mark emote from the whole entire collaboration we had before with Solid Snake and all that type of stuff. But you know, it is interesting to see how they were able to fix that just through a small little update that came out last night that didn't even require actual game downtime, just required you to download the update yourself. On top of this, however, just the other day I made a video talking about how story quests were currently impossible to see in your quest menu because of the data missing from the files. Well, with that update last night, they also went ahead and re-added the story quest, so as you can see right here, you can see the description: Kendo and Hope investigate the emergence of magic and its dark consequences. I can click on it and I can actually see the step I'm on for that quest I was talking about the other day, as well as when the next set of quests unlock, being the Spirit Realm, in 12 days, 22 hours, and 30 minutes. And then of course I can see, you know, that like hidden great turtle quest, which I think the turtle's like somewhere over here, and you know, I'm able just to do all those different types of quests and just actually see what my progress is. So it is nice to see that they've actually put that fix into the game. You know, they've implemented it for people who want to do their story quests and don't know where they are, but it doesn't mean that every quest is actually fixed for the new quest menu, at least not right now. As you guys remember, I talked about how Gwenpool would actually show up when you do some of your daily quests. Gwenpool does still show up because that texture file is still in the files, unless they ended up replacing it with just the story quest image, but it does appear to still be Gwenpool. And then if you have none of those older quest packs that we had before, I don't really know any like examples off the top of my head, but for example, you know, if you had like that snake themed skin or whatever that had the V-Bucks quest and everything else to go along with it, you can still do your daily quests in order to progress and get those free V-Bucks, but it won't actually show up in this menu due to the assets kind of being missing from the files. So they're probably going to add more assets over time and, you know, update this over time so that we're able to see all that stuff. But at least as of right now, it's nice to know that the main majority of things that people are going to be wanting, such as being able to see their story quests, actually show up now, and people can obviously do it. Now, one thing I hope they'll actually end up changing as they continue to add more support for things is make it so even if it doesn't show up here because the asset is missing, set it up so it shows up at the top bar where you can see like, oh, story quests, daily quests, weekly quests, mobile quests, ranked quests, just to make it a little bit easier in case someone can't find it because the image asset or something is missing from the main UI right there. For those curious, however, some of the skins that are currently supported by that whole entire new quest UI is if we go through here and we look, actually I think I can just type in the last hour set. Nope, okay, I can't actually type that in. I think it's like vampire, yep, right here. This skin that was from a Let's Hunt Vampires quest pack recently, this one is supported for the quest menu. We have one of the mini Hope skins being Shadowblade Hope having assets for that quest menu as well. Not entirely sure why. If anyone can kind of let me know in the comments down below what quests these would have been used for, that'd be nice. Maybe they're just planning it for last season or something and left those in the files, but that is something that is supported. And then if we go all the way back to kind of like the noir skins we've had before, if I can remember the names. Alright, never mind, it's not really that important. I was going to mention the Siren skin right here has a little quest image thing, but now I remember if we go down here, the Siren skin's used right there, so that's kind of why the quest image even exists. But they do have some things that are supported, with more support being added over time as they're needed. Of course, you know, LEGO has their own support for some of their quest icons here, even like the Innovator skin that was free or whatever else. Festival has their quest images, Fortnite Reload, Ballistic, OG, they all have their different quest images for you to look at, but it is something to kind of keep in mind, right? You know, there are going to be some issues here and there with the new quest UI, but it is something they're working on over time. My only complaint now with the quest UI is, man, it feels so awkward sometimes having to like search extra just to go to the map image, right? It's like you have this menu and you can click into it and then sometimes you can see the map image, but sometimes because you don't see that map image at all. It just feels odd trying to get to the mini-map anymore in order to mark a place I want to go or something sometimes when I'm playing matches, but it isn't really like, too much of an issue or anything. But yeah, a small little bug fix update where they went ahead, fixed the emote wheel, they went ahead and fixed your story quest missing from your UI, and hopefully that makes it a little bit nicer as we wait for the big content update on the 31st of this month, which is of course going to add the Fortnite OG Chapter 1 Season 2 Battle Pass to the game, as well as map changes, new skins, and more. Until next time, however, hope champs and champions enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and until next time, peace out.